Yes. Hello, welcome to Maasai Nation. It has been a little bit of a long of a period. I have been busy very much. We've been a lot of school for myself, for a big percent.
Yes.
And now we are back.
We are back.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, I have done with my schooling now, and yep, I have finished my master's.
Yay.
So that's
You're master now.
all down. So that has been really good.
Yes.
Very much of a busy. That's why we have been a little bit
Away a little bit.
for that.
Now we are back.
We are back, and we'll be back to back with a lot of discussion about Maasai people. And as you all know, Maasai are almost located in East Africa, most in Kenya and Tanzania.
Yes.
And you know, we have a lot of traditions and culture. So today we're gonna be talking about romantic life in Maasai. Yes.
Community.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about romantic ideas and how that looks like in the Maasai culture.
Yes.
So let's dive in for sure.
Yeah.
So
We chose a romantic topic because it's an interesting topic and it's fun to talk about it.
right, it
Maybe
is
some people have been questioning, like,
Yeah.
we wonder how their
how the Maasai,
romantic
yeah,
lifestyle
how does it
looks
look like? Right.
especially with with people who are not familiar with
With
the
the
culture.
Maasai, yeah.
Yes.
So we'll start that, you know, romantic in Maasai is not something that you can really see it
Yes.
right after you get there. But historically, our oral history that has been there, it talks about actually that romantic back in the day, that if to become the warrior, this is like the oral history, I'm sure we heard most of that in order the warrior to marry a woman, he has to go and hunt down the lion,
Yes.
which is, it shows a lot of how much courage in terms of you love that person.
Yeah.
You going all the way to, you know, to far away looking for a girl you love. That is also romantic in there.
That's true.
You know, because you cannot go kill a lion if you don't really love someone, or you don't really feel that I want to do that.
Yeah.
It gotta be a lot of things involve you to go do that.
Yes.
But because of saving the planet, we have done that part.
Yes.
But apart from that, we can say that romantic in Maasai culture is also around age set,
That's true.
right? You know,
Yeah.
how do you think about that?
That is true, because we have, for the warriors to become warriors, they will go through some processes and they go through circumcision, and
Right.
after that they become warriors, and that is their title. But inside there, the romantic part will be inside.
There's be
because
a lot of
warriors
stuff
will
going
be the
on.
one who
Yeah.
are running the
Right.
culture.
Yes, because you know you are the warrior, meaning apart from the roles that you are doing in the society,
Yes.
but you also are given. You have a lot of a time to sing, you know, and
Oh, yeah.
having the girls, and then there's so much romantic idea of boyfriend and girlfriend there,
Yes.
which is, it doesn't be taught in a way of, you know, we say boyfriend girlfriend because of the Western language,
the language,
and everything.
yeah.
But we do have that in the Maasai, that a girl has to choose a boy he loves
Yes.
among these warriors,
Yes.
among a number of warriors,
And that
which
is romantic.
It is romantic, like a woman going to choose someone
Yeah.
they love, and then have that, they make a special gift for that person.
Oh, yeah.
And then it has a lot
Actually,
of
the
singing.
gifts will be both sides.
Right.
The girl give out the presents to the boy he like,
Right.
and the boy does the same thing.
Right.
And it's just really cool how it is, because there are no formal way of doing it, but
Right.
it is there.
Right.
And we say romantic, it's a love.
Right.
in your Western
Yeah,
language
you
we are
choose,
speaking.
right. You
Yeah.
gotta choose someone you love.
Yes.
Then, there's a gift exchange there, and then apart from that,
They will really,
there's a
really
lot
be
of songs.
in a good
Right.
way of.
Yeah.
We may call nightclubs
Right.
like dancing nights.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
those
for the songs
dancing
and-
nights involve a lot of good stuffs like praising the girls by
Right.
singing.
Yeah,
They
singing,
mention their
making their
names,
song.
and they
Within
make
the
a
songs they're singing,
Yes.
the warriors, they
praise the girl.
They praise the girl. They
Yes.
gotta have the names of this beautiful
And that is
lady.
like having
Yeah.
sort of dating
Right,
lifestyle.
right.
It doesn't really involve something crazy or doesn't go too way out of that fun moment.
It's
doing
more.
dates.
It's more based on
It's-
dating for
yes,
a big
it's
percent
dating,
because
yeah.
you don't go beyond
Beyond
the do
dating,
sex.
yeah.
Sex is not allowed there.
Yes, yes.
Because it's the way of how the warriors
most
and
of-
the girls
yes, yes.
formed to be. And it has been the culture way.
Oh yeah.
You cannot do that.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. Once you do that, then
You
are
broke
really
the
in a
rule.
big trouble.
You're in trouble.
You are in a big trouble.
You
So
break
you
the
don't-
rules.
You don't practice
and
that.
It's
yeah.
out of the
Yes.
culture style.
But girls have really a lot of time. They hang out.
And before school,
Right.
they used to. Before school, I'm saying that because school now take a lot of our time as girls.
No,
We
actually,
spend-
school changed everything.
changed
Let's just
everything.
put that
That's
through.
true.
Yeah.
School changed everything, but before school, they go to the big tree shade.
Right.
A tree with a shade,
Right.
can be sunny.
That's like-
and
yep.
guys and girls will just hang out
Warriors and
hours
girls.
hours.
Yeah.
Warriors and girls,
Girls.
will hang out hours and hours,
Yeah.
having fun, dancing, singing,
Right.
and it's just really beautiful.
Yeah, very nice time.
Very beautiful.
Very
so
nice time of
that can be
knowing
really very
each other.
romantic.
Yeah, I know. That's the date right there.
Yeah.
But, and then having that kind of time together,
Yes.
it's not like you and the girl alone. Most of the time is the whole
It's a
group.
group thing.
Yes.
So
So
I
it's
think
not
that
like
was
you're
a
doing
cool
it
thing
alone.
because they don't get really
Yeah.
a privacy thing,
Right.
time to do something else or to talk
To
about
do something crazy.
else.
You don't get it.
So it's always a,
Yeah, a
It's
group.
always a group of
Right.
people, more
The
than
girls
2, 3,
and
4
the
people
boys
together.
and the warriors together.
Yes.
And then they all together.
You may
there.
have one in one
Yeah.
conversation,
Right.
but it won't really be like in a hidden place. It will be public because everyone will be watching or seeing you
Right.
as a warriors group and girls. So that part there is really,
There's
it's
quite
really
a big,
cool.
very big percent for that.
Yeah.
And then when we look to that part, also that the warriors can even explore more. Like,
by traveling.
Yes, they have to have a sort of like a singing, which is kind of a period where a certain group
Maybe a
of
singing
warriors,
tour, like
I
they
guess
tour.
so. We put it a singing tour.
A tour, like they will go to Boma to Boma.
Right.
Boma is like
Yeah.
a special place where one group of family will
Lives,
be living,
yeah,
and then warriors with their girls will be rotating, move around
Yes, meaning
Boma to Boma,
yeah.
singing,
So,
dancing, and
yeah,
having
going
good
far
time.
away and all
So,
that kind of stuff.
yeah, they make tours on those groups, and all that is love and beautiful
Right.
and romantic
Meeting
things.
new girls there and then
Make
have that
new
discussion.
connections.
Yes.
Yes, for both sides.
Yeah.
Girls meet new guys, and guys meet warriors meet new
Right,
girls
right.
too.
And in that part again, you don't just say like because you're warrior you qualify of everything.
Well, no,
You gotta be really good.
you got to be really
You
good,
gotta be really good. Meaning
handsome.
right, not only handsome, let's put that away. Let's just say you gotta really being you make stories, you can really
Active.
interact, you are active.
You have to
and-
pursue.
Yeah.
You
so-
have to hunt to
right.
get a girl.
Yes,
like,
you have to use
really
a lot of
be
because
good,
there's so
yeah.
many of you. It's not like you alone.
Oh yeah.
So then, how can you be chosen among the others?
If you are not
If you are
outstanding,
not like really,
you have to be
yeah.
outstanding.
So it has that, and
Yeah.
to get that meaning, the one who has girls, then he's a champion in that part. He's a romantic, right? That's it. That's the concept we're talking. Meaning, it has to be around the warriors which their group said
Yes.
that they are doing, and they are working on that kind of a group
Yes.
together.
Yes.
And then we come to marriage now. So now the warrior has now decided to marry
Yeah.
somewhere or wherever the girl that they are really in love.
Yes.
And then how do we see romantic in there? Because again, once you visit these communities, you never see that outside, like affections and holding hands.
Oh yeah, and we may talk a little bit about
Yeah.
that. In our culture, Maasai culture, have this standard is that when it comes to love and relationships,
Right.
they keep secrets. They
Right.
don't show publicly until you marry someone, and even after marrying someone, you do not show those affections and in public, like kissing, hugging,
right.
holding hands while you're walking together. They don't do that because they believe that you cross the line.
That's
the line
right.
that means
Yeah.
we do not do that
In front of
in
public.
front of public where the
Right.
kids
And
will
other
see you
younger
and
kids, meaning, you know, the boys that who are like really
like a teenager
group that
they
are not
think like
yet.
those one will be
Yes.
affected if they
Yeah.
see grown up having romantic life in the public, kissing in the
Then,
public.
yes,
It
the
can
older-
destroy them
yeah, the older
because they will not focus
elders
on what they are
will
doing,
not-
and
yeah.
they will think about those things,
Right.
and they are still young.
Right.
So they decided to not
Have-
put these things out.
Put things out.
So they
Which
keep
is,
private.
is good.
I believe so.
Well, right. Everybody might have their own way, and they might think you guys are doing bad or we are doing right.
Yeah.
But, you know, let me tell you, it's really good. It has that positive side of it,
Yes.
because, you know, it has to protect all the group
The community.
in that.
The intention is to
yeah,
protect the
to protect all
community
the
and raise
community.
kids in a way that they focus on important things.
Right.
I don't say other things are not
Right.
important, but they just try to keep those affection private.
Right.
Like it's so private.
Right. So as we talked a little bit, saying that.
Marriage, yeah.
Yeah,
How does romantic applies in marriages?
Yeah. So I think.
When a man propose want to marry a girl,
Right. If we look about.
they show so much effort, right?
There's so much of.
Effort they put
Yes,
there, and
there's
those
a lot
efforts.
of effort there, and it happened even sometime. This girl get two Maasai warriors really want to marry her.
They will fight.
They will not fight like who can win the fight,
Yeah.
but they will have, you know, in Maasai society there's a paying of dowry.
Yes.
The dowry they pay, sometimes people pay 12 cows. But because I love so much these girls,
I will pay more than that.
I'll pay more than 12 cows.
Just to make sure that
I'll
I get
pay
her.
18 or maybe 22.
And that's how they view
Yeah,
it, how we
right,
view it.
right.
Because some people think like, you don't have to pay to love someone. But they don't do as a payment.
Right.
They do
don't
as
do
a
other payment.
something
It's-
to praise it.
Right. They just do it in a way to praise how much I care about this person.
Yeah, I
how
can do
much I
this
will
much
do
to
better
have
her.
this person
Yes.
in my life.
And then,
Yeah.
you know, that dowry is for the appreciation of the family that has raised
Saying
the
thank
daughter
you.
and everything.
Yes.
So there's that. So we looked at, there's quite a good romantic concept in terms of dowry, how the warriors does.
Yes.
So there might be 2 to 3 men want to compete to one girl, and the one who will win is the one who will be paying a lot of cows,
Yes.
which is, again, cows for us is everything. So
Yeah.
that's why you see the idea of cows, how to come in to be the big deal there. That's one. And then second, I would say like the day when the wedding day,
Yes.
right? The bride will have a lot of jewelries around her, which is made in
Yes.
both sides for a big percent. But then they're going to have a special bull slaughtered in that day.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really big, right? And
It's a
not
lot
everybody does that.
If that ball could be sold, it will be a
Skinny
lot of
and-
money.
yeah, like,
but
yeah, gotta
people
be the
choose to
best one. They
slaughter
choose the
it
good
for
one, yeah.
celebration,
Right.
to celebrate the
Right.
reunion of
They-
these two
yes.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is really I would say
It means a lot.
It means a romantic way of having that bull being slaughtered in that day, of you saying, you know, today is my wedding day.
Yes.
So that is really very big around there. So people, the community, friends, and everything. So there'll be a lot of cry there, you know, because
Is that a
our
happy
daughter's
tears?
moving, but it's
Yeah.
a happy tears. They
Yes.
all has to be happy tears.
Yes.
But then comes the day you are getting out. So in that day, the bride is offered a cow to get up on her bed.
Yes.
I feel like that's
In her
cool.
mom
Right.
bed, yeah.
In the house that she is in,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, you should get up because we have a very nice cow at home.
So they offer a
They
cow.
offer a cow.
That's
the bride
romantic.
might walk 2 steps and she stops not walking
I'm not
again.
working anymore.
Yes, they offer her
Another cow.
So you gotta keep giving the cows until the bride is
That
able to.
until you get it, until you get where you are going, you are rich
Bye.
with the cows.
That
right?
is one side. It is that. So then once they go in the car, and then once you get to the, you know, the groom house, the groom home, wherever you'll be going,
Yes.
again, the same process.
Yes.
You have to go through the cow
You
fence.
be given more presents
You'll be
again
given more cows
to get
again.
in the house,
To get in the
to speak to
house, to
people.
speak
They will
and-
have to.
Yes,
You
and
won't
then
open your mouth until
you
they
won't
give
speak
you
until
a
they give you-
cow
I
or
know.
something.
If somebody
you
say
can do-
hello, you don't say hi back. You gotta be quiet so you can get more cows, which is that's romantic.
You gotta be
But
quiet.
if you like talking,
Yeah.
forget about cows. You won't get nothing. So I feel like that also involves a lot of romantic in a way that
Yeah.
how much you are given and how much that your husband to be is really very happy to have you there and
Yes.
keep offering you this kind of gift.
Yes.
So I feel like that's very, very big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so just in case some people from out of the tribe, out of the Maasai culture are curious about how romantic life it is,
Right.
it is like that. They don't do
They
things
don't
in
do
public.
in public.
They just
And
move
again,
privacy.
yes, even if we trace that idea of saying it's not public very much, is that most of the love or the way how love in Maasai society has
Yeah.
been, in my own concept, I feel like
It's
more
indirect.
It's more indirect,
That's
which is
true.
if we look at the family between
Parents.
the parent and
and
their
the
kiddos
kids.
or their children, we see a lot of like
We don't say the words, like
Yeah,
we don't
like-
say the actual words that
Yeah.
I love you so much.
yeah.
Instead, we do things that shows that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, they help their kids and they take them to school, like
Right,
very
right,
expensive school. Right now,
They show
to
in
go to school,
action
they
way.
show action. Yeah,
Right.
so they do things to show love, but they don't say the word.
They don't
They
say,
may
yeah.
express love in different ways, but saying it direct to a person
Right.
is just not a culture
It
thing.
is not a culture thing,
And,
yeah.
and I think that applies to the romantic life too. Like we're
Right.
just not used of saying those words
Yeah.
directly or doing love things like affection directly. Instead, people do things indirectly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So very much like I have to provide a big percent of saying I care all my family, I care my wife, meaning if I take her for, let's say just like visiting their parent back
Yes.
and she go private, I know in a Western society
It's normal.
things like that are like normal.
Yeah.
But in Maasai culture, people doesn't
Most-
really value more of saying I need to have cars and for myself, for
Yes.
my wife.
Yes.
No, we are busy with our cows.
Yeah.
Again, we go back there, and our lifestyle has given that chance of not showing that. So, having those action, meaning if the majority of other men, women are walking to go to a doctor visit, but your wife goes with a private car there, that shows
Like
I
you
love her.
drove your wife to the
Right.
doctor
You
or for
drove or maybe
clinics,
yeah,
or
renting a
take
car
kids
for
to
her.
clinics.
Yes.
Those are also
special occasion. It's luxury.
Special treats.
Yeah, special treats for the
Special
love.
treats for love.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about.
So,
love is in action, not
right.
in words.
Not in words.
Yeah, so that's how they show it.
Right.
It may be really complicated for people from other cultures to see, like, why is it so hard to say I love you or to hug or
Well,
do this?
it's
but
not that much of saying it's hard.
It's just it's your lifestyle.
It's the way how things are.
Yes.
You know, it has to do with the way how the relation has begun. If somebody grew up having that kind of lifestyle, he never had this kind of having this, you know, that touching and, you know, all those good
he
stuff
never
in
saw
public.
it
Around. Yeah, you never practice that a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like we don't get kisses from your mom, and you know, you get that from your dad too. But when there's a certain age you get
reach,
to, then you are really a little bit being more indirect by caring more than just like
showing those affections.
Yeah, showing those affections.
Yes.
And yeah, so I think there's a lot of discussion around that, how much like you don't see in public, but at the same time again, we don't go and, you know, try to have that kind of, you know, touching and, you know, again going through the same idea of how other cultures is.
Yes.
Because of the way how things are going.
Yeah, I think the big part of it is the culture they have, their values, their ethics, and the respect within the community. We do not want our formal education or our exposure of knowing different cultures to be a problem to those people. We want them to stay to who they are and to live the life they are. So no matter how we like these things, like we like affection, love, hugging, holding hands, we may not apply them in front of people when
especially
we are in the community, especially in the villages area with our elderlies and the community in general. We do not do those things because we are aware that is out of the community guidelines or the community way of lifestyle. So you do your things when you're in town, hug, hold hands. So, but when you're around really those communities, it's good to follow the rules and go along with the life that they have already there. So don't be shocked when you are there and
come across
your partner or you won't really be that having that affection with you. It's just because of keeping the values and the respect of the
values
culture
and tradition.
To stay the same.
Again, everything has to go with age set.
Yes.
If you want to do your crazy stuff, go do with your age set.
Yes.
You should not come in front of all the public and show your good stuff.
And that's why they have age sets,
Yes, so I feel like that is quite a big of the way how
Maasai.
romantic in Maasai would be around it. Yes. There are many ideas, there are many things. I think for today we're going to have that so far. And then if you have more concept opinions and ideas about that, for sure,
write us a comment.
I'll be
for someone who is not familiar with the culture. Feel free to ask questions and recommend the things you would like to learn from Maasai culture. We are happy to discuss and have some good conversation like this sometimes.
So till next time.
Till next time.
Thank you for your time.
Go ahead.